Da 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 Citrasloth.
Hey guys, Citrasloth here, and today I'm going to be showing you a list of add-ons that I use and a bunch of other stuff like that. So the main UI add-on I use is called ElvUI, and you download that through the Takui client, which I'll provide a link to in the description down below. It's fully customizable, and you can do all sorts of stuff with it. There are actually a couple of extra parts of ElvUI that I have downloaded that are optional. I use shadow and light for extra UI options, every second counts for bar options, and add-on skins to embed the SCADA damage meter into my UI. I use a ton of other add-ons as well, but way less because of ElvUI. I think ElvUI replaced about 30 of my previous add-ons. Advanced Interface Options allows me to have extra options when I go into the Interface tab of my UI. And I also use Deadly Boss mods and all of the add-ons for Deadly Boss mods, such as Burning Crusade, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, and Wrath of the Lich King. I use these because I often solo old content, and I like to know the timers on old tools and stuff like that. I also use Auctioneer that changes the whole auction house UI, which allows me to easily post things and scan the auction house for deals and stuff like that. I also use Exorcist raid tools, which comes with a bunch of great tools used for raiding, such as when ready checking, it automatically checks who has flasks and food, and it posts it in chat to remind them to eat and flask. Flash Taskbar is another nice add-on. If a dungeon queue pops or something while you're in WoW and tabbed out, the taskbar on the bottom of your computer will start flashing like you had a notification, as what happens with other applications. Another extremely helpful add-on I use is called Gather. It puts nodes all over your map from other people who have Gather and yourself to remind you of where herb locations are, and it also provides detailed information per node on the average Gather. If you've ever led a group in group system, you know how annoying the loudness of the pinging is whenever somebody applies. Another add-on that I use is called Group Finder Silence. It makes it so that only the first ping is heard when someone new applies, so it isn't ringing in your ears the whole time while you're in the middle of a boss fight. A staple I find that a lot of people use is called Handy Notes, and I use it as well. This is a great add-on for putting icons on the map showing where different things are located, such as rares and bosses. I recently got the well-read achievement by finding all of the books, which were scattered all over the map, and I'm currently working in the higher learning one as well using this add-on. I know this isn't Draenor anymore, but I still use Master Plan because I go into my garrison often to make use of the gold and garrison resources. Because, believe it or not, there still is ways to make gold out of your garrison by doing almost nothing. A couple of the add-ons I use for combat are weak auras and mixed scrolling battle text. I like numbers all over my screen, so I have both mixed scrolling battle text and the default WoW battle text going on. If you've ever played an Affliction Warlock with a crit buff, you know how great it is when tons of numbers appear on your screen. A couple more staple add-ons are NPC Scan, which scans the area for rares and stuff like that, and SCADA Damage Meter. I like SCADA more than Recount because most of the time it runs lighter, and you can have multiple windows of it open at once. Here I have the healing and the damage for the current fight, both embedded into ElvUI, using the add-on skins part of it. I also use RC Loot Council because it is a good add-on for distributing loot to guild members and stuff. And finally, another add-on I use is called Pawn. I don't use Pawn on my main because I find it's difficult to implement with fire mages and stuff like that, but it's very helpful for leveling and getting upgrades while you're leveling. It makes it very easy to see what are upgrades while you're leveling and what are downgrades. The majority of the time it's just the item level, but sometimes it's the stats, and that helps with that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on my UI and what add-ons I use. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Later, though.